Hi there, Andrew Hemming from HemmingTraining.com. I want to show you the trap bar deadlift. This is an exercise that I like for athletes. It's got some cool advantages to it. So using this hex bar here, one of the great things with this particular design is you have a higher and lower handle. So if you have an athlete or if you as an athlete have longer arms and you have a good deadlifting structure, you can deadlift from a lower height. If you have a little shorter arms, a little longer torso, not as good of a deadlifting structure, you can deadlift from a little bit higher height. And so that can both work well. So with the trap bar deadlift, some of the great features of this, the weight is going to be totally inside your body instead of in front, and so that decreases torque on the low back. Another great feature for when you're getting heavier, with a regular deadlift, you often have to go to an alternate grip, and that can lead to some issues, especially with the arm that you supinate and a couple potential imbalances. And so the trap bar deadlift eliminates that. Both arms are facing in, and so they're able to help each other a little bit, like the alternate grip, without creating too much trouble. So with the trap bar deadlift, you're standing inside here. You want to think of this still as a deadlift more than a squat. It's kind of a hybrid between the two. You don't want to take a really wide stance. And from the front, you want to make sure that you're not seeing your knees come in as you lift, and we'll see that a lot of times happen. So from the side here, I want to get up in a good deadlift setup position. You never want to lift the weight until I've got my back arched. Okay, I've got a nice firm grip on the bar, and then we'll pull from there. Another key thing a lot of people make a mistake with setup is being off-centered. And what happens is the bar will tilt in their hands. So you see people trying to deadlift with a tilted bar. You don't want to do that. Make sure your hand's totally centered. Get a nice firm grip on it before you start going. Okay? So in this position here, getting a nice arch, getting a belly full of air, tightening up my feet, my glutes, my hands, my abs. Everything's nice and tight. Coming from there. Okay. With this exercise, it's also important to know that you're not squatting the weight up. So a lot of times athletes are going to kind of set up really low down here, very vertical torso, and kind of squat the weight up. That's fine if you're trying to use this as a quad exercise, but you're not going to be able to push as much weight with this, and it's not kind of the idea. So you want to have the hips a little bit higher. So I'm in more of a deadlift position. You will tend to feel the quads a little bit more than a regular deadlift, and we're not trying to take them out. I would be aware of that. One potential disadvantage to this exercise is there's not quite as much glute activation at the top when you're locking out, so be careful with that. And also, if you try to exaggerate the lockout, the weight will fall backwards and it can damage your lower back. So just think standing tall at the top, or some glute squeeze, and you should be good to go. That's a trap bar deadlift.